Hello friends, my name is Chris Paxton McMillan with D3 Training Solutions, where we design, develop, and deliver training. I'm a white female in my mid-50s, I wear glasses, have graying blonde hair, and my pronouns are she and her. And I want to thank you for joining me for Lectora tips and tricks. These videos are designed to quickly answer your Lectora questions. Let's get started. In this video, we are going to look at inheritance within Lectora. Now, this is one of the biggest time-saving features that Lectora offers. And one of the greatest benefits to this is when you have an object or a group of objects or really anything that needs to appear on more than one page of your title. So let's take a look here. We've got Acme Dog Club. And throughout the entire course, we of course want the logo on every single page. Now, traditionally, you would create all the pages in Training Your Dog, and you would actually copy and paste the logo along with the back, the next, the home buttons, all of those items on each of those pages. With inheritance, what we're going to do is we're going to place the items where we want, and then we could basically exclude the items on the pages that we don't want. And this can be done at a page level, at a chapter level, section, subsection. So this really ties back into that in how it makes it a big benefit and a big time saver for you. So let's go through and take a look. Looking here at my Acme Dog Club course or Training Your Dog course, the way I like to introduce this is really before we get to this first chapter of introduction, think of all of these items. We've got our table of contents group, we've got a page title, the course title, the back, the next, exit, help, home, the logo, and all the theme graphics. Basically everything we have before the first page in the chapter. Very much like in PowerPoint, this would be on what PowerPoint refers to as a master slide. So these items are going to be on every page or every slide within a course, which we've seen, which you may have experienced, again, in PowerPoint or another piece of software. But here's where Lectora makes this pretty amazing. Let's go through here and look at my chapter called Introduction. And I added a page in here called Welcome. I personally, when I start courses, I like it to be really kind of almost an image on that first page, the title and a start button, to where it's almost kind of like a book jacket cover or a movie, and it's this whole ta-da before you actually jump in. So that's what we're going to do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image and I want it to really be over the entire section. Oops, and you'll notice adjust that ratio. And yes, these are my dogs. So we've got Tango here, then Kleiner, then Zegan, and they're actually posing, which they don't normally do. I've got my title here. I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to make this a lot bigger. Now, we're not even going to talk about accessibility in this particular example because I would have done things a little bit different, but this whole one today is going to be about inheritance. So I have this going here, and then I've got my button. I'll just stick it over here in the corner. Okay, so those are the items on the page, but there's a lot of other stuff still on the page too. And we can see these items right here. So what I can actually do is go over to my welcome page. We can see that corresponding page contextual tab. If I select that for properties, again, I see that page properties contextual tab and ribbon. If we look at this in the fourth section here, we see it says inherit settings. And by visually looking at this, I can tell it is automatically inheriting everything from the parent or from, again, those master slides, because I've got 3 brown squares with the 2 gray triangles. So I'm going to go ahead and select this icon, and that opens up my new window. And instead of inherit all, I'm going to change this to inherit selected, because I don't want that back button. I don't want the course title. I don't want the exit. Gosh, there's a lot of things I don't want. I don't want the help, home, next, page title, and I really don't want the table of contents group, so I'll take those out. And I'll say OK. So this really leaves this page to where I just have the line on there because it's part of the theme graphics, but no one's seeing it anyway. And then I can have it looking, so if I go into my run mode, you can see there aren't any of the buttons on there. We actually go ahead and hit let's go, and it would go to the next page if I had my button programmed, which I don't. Now this can also, so this shows it at the page level, but let's take a look down here at the quiz. If I look at my quiz here, I now have my quiz contextual tab at the top, and if I look at that properties ribbon, again in that fourth section of inherit settings, now just by visually looking at it before I open anything, I can tell this is inheriting some things from the parent, but not everything, and that's because again I've got the 2 brown squares, 1 gray, and this is white, so that's inherit some basically. So I'm going to go ahead and select that icon, and we can now see it says inherit selected. So we notice, let me move this down a bit, we are excluding the exit. We do have a different exit button in there. We're excluding the help, the home, the page title, and the table of contents because we don't want them jumping around. I'll go ahead and select OK. And so that's one of the reasons, again, you may want to use and set up things like the chapters, sections, and subsections is because it really gives you that opportunity to use inheritance. So hope this helps you out and you get as excited about inheritance as I do. See you again soon. Thank you for joining me, and for more information about Lectora, you can check out another one of my videos on YouTube, order the eLearning Uncovered Lectora by ELB Learning book on Amazon.com, sign up for a live instructor-led training session with Interactive Advantage Corporation, an authorized ELB Learning training partner. If you use the discount code Lectora Tips, you can receive a 5% discount off each Lectora class. And of course, check out the ELB Learning's website and knowledge base. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon.